you tired today, aren't you? Sometimes you feel the whole world is against you, isn't it? Hey, if you're tired today and you cannot try anymore, don't give up. Just try for one more day. Just one more day. Who knows, when you wake up tomorrow, everything will be different. Everything will be better. Give yourself a good night's sleep and love yourself. Trust that everything will be changed for the better. Would you like to know how we can change our life? Let's watch my video and allow it to motivate you today. There's no need to wait for the bad things to be over. Change now, love now, live now. Don't wait for people to give you permission to live because they won't.
Elbow's killing me for some reason.
Do you want to see a doctor tomorrow?
No, I think I'm just gonna look it up online.
Good night. I'm late for work. I'll see you later, babe.
Dear Nina, I'm writing you this letter because it was too hard to tell you in person. I found out that elbow pain is a direct cause of death and that I now have 24 hours to live. I want you to know that I love you, but with my remaining time, I must find my purpose. But the more I think about the idea of purpose, the more silly it seems. And the materialistic things, I want you to have this, won't help you love life.
No way. Your PS5?
I'm not gonna need it anymore. Instead, just loving life itself is enough.
Mom, you're not gonna believe this!
We always look forward to what's next, but forget to enjoy what's now. And the little things in life are actually the most important things. They say life's like a box of chocolates. Well, it's also like a bar of chocolate. And you should enjoy each bite and savor each piece as if it's your last. I also really just like trees, and I want you to know that they feel so good. I've accepted that my time has come, and I'm ready to go. And now that I know the true meaning of life,
You're not gonna die! You're not gonna die!
It's not what it said online. But I've accepted it.
She told me everything that happened. You just hit your funny bone. It's a really common injury.
I need my PS5 back right now.
I thought you gave it to me.
No, I need it back right now.
You are the writer of your own life. You are the director of your own life. You are the hero of your own life. Nobody comes to rescue you or to save you. You have all it takes within you to rescue you. If you don't like your life script is playing out, then retry it and change it. Don't wait for things to happen. Go out and make them happen.
I had hit my version of rock bottom. So I was willing to let go of everything and everybody. See, another reason why people won't get there is because the doorway is for you to fit through. You trying to carry everybody else through because you're trying to be Rescue 911. And you got to rescue you first. I am much more valuable to my family and to my community because I was willing to let them go through the door myself, teach myself, learn myself, condition myself, and then come back and get them. I'm much more valuable to them now. But I had to go through a window time of 10 years of judgment. You leaving us, hanging out with white people all the time. You going to these crazy countries. We don't know what you... I had to be willing to allow my conviction to make me inconvenienced. See, we want to grow, but we want to stay liked by everybody. I was willing to be my own rescue at the risk of your approval. But most of us aren't like that. Facebook is an example. We want to be liked. Well, I woke up and I like myself today, so your like is extra. My job is to like me first. I was willing to say every day, Lisa, you like you? Lisa, are you proud of you? Lisa, are you playing full out? Every day before I checked in with anybody else. That's lonely, by the way. Why won't most people do it? Because it's scary and it's lonely. So what did I do? I was willing to find people who had what I didn't have, who were living lives that I wasn't living, who believed things that I didn't know about, and I was willing to become their student.
I have no one to help me into the water when it's stirred up. And when I do get close, the others step down in front of me. And so, look at me. Look at me. That's not what I asked. I'm not asking you about who's helping you, or who's not helping, or who's getting in your way. I'm asking about you. I've tried. For a long time, I know. And you don't want false hope again, I understand. But this pool, it has nothing for you. It means nothing. And you know it. But you're still here. Why? I don't know. Do you want to be healed? So let's go. Get up, pick up your mat, and walk.
There are always obstacles and challenges in life. Some is more and some is less. What matters is how we look at the problem we face. Let me introduce you the story of the twin brothers and their father. Don't be a victim of your negative thoughts.
Scientists found a particularly interesting pair of identical twin brothers who had an alcoholic father. Despite their identical genes and the presumably similar environments, they took a different path from one another. One of the twins grew up to become an alcoholic, a homeless bum on the street. But the other twin was a successful businessman who never took a sip of alcohol in his entire life. So they interviewed them both, hoping for an insight as to why they ended up so different. The alcoholic son told them, "Well, I grew up with an alcoholic father, Alcohol was in the house all the time and I saw my dad drinking, so I guess it was natural enough that I became an alcoholic too. The son, who was a businessman, said, "Well, I grew up with an alcoholic father. Alcohol was in the house all the time and I saw my dad drinking, so I guess it was natural enough that I swore I would never be like that, and so I don't drink." The twins started in the same place with the same circumstances. However, the path they chose was different as a result of their mindset. The alcoholic twin looked at his father with a fixed mindset. He thought that because of his father's influence as an alcoholic, he will become one as well. He was sure that his future was sealed, so he didn't even stop to think that maybe this could be a learning experience on what he shouldn't become. The successful twin was looking at his father with a growth mindset. Just like his brother, he was also influenced by his father, but he saw the problems it was causing, and unlike his brother, he saw it as a learning experience of what he didn't want to become, an alcoholic. So he decided to act on it, and he went down a very different road compared to his father and brother. We can't control the circumstances, and we don't always get to choose what happens to us or around us. But we can try our best to put ourselves in the growth mindset every time you face a challenge or a setback. After all, mindsets are just beliefs. They are powerful beliefs, but with enough dedication, you can change them over time. Just knowing about the growth mindset and reminding yourself that your intelligence and skills can be developed over time will yield amazing results. Remember, we all have the power to choose. So, will you choose a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? That is up to you.
If somebody is, we were mentioning earlier, if somebody is really stressed out, they're not stressed out for no reason. It's because they're focusing on something that makes them feel stressed. They often, when they're focusing on it, it changes the body. You start to feel tight. You start to feel a certain way. And then they use language like, I don't know what to do. Why am I so overwhelmed? So 3 things control how you feel every moment. What you focus on, what you do with your body. If your shoulders are down, if you're breathing like, it's not hard to figure out. You're not going to be in a very resourceful state. If I take that same person and I change their body radically, I get them to talk at a different tempo, I get them to move their body differently. I've taught this for, 41 years. 3 years ago at Harvard, they did a study on power postures where they showed that if you stand like this with your hands on your hips like Superman or Wonder Woman, or if you lean back like this like the guy is obnoxious at the office and do this, it literally changes your testosterone by 25% within 2 minutes. It reduces cortisol, which you know is the stress hormone, by 30%, and you're 33% more likely to take an action. So if we change what we focus on, if we change the way we use our body, if we change our language patterns, we'll instantly feel different. Think it's how do people use their body when they're worried versus when they're excited? Yeah. If you learn to use your body first, use your focus first, you can literally change how you feel in moments, and then you develop new habits where you start to feel good all the time.
So you're going to hit the right statement. That is the one that you need to change your life, okay? Let's say someone's overweight. Mm-hmm. And they say in their mind, I am, a number they like. I am 125 pounds, and you're not. And I say, so I want to change my weight, and I put a program in, I'm going to lose weight. And I go, well, wait, that extra poundage, that might be due to protection. I go, what do you mean? I say, if I, as a young person, was abused, then the consciousness is, if I'm a heavy person, they won't bother me anymore. And so the weight isn't due to just eating food. The weight was actually due to I'm safer being heavy than I am. I say, well, if you want to change your weight, you can talk about the weight all you want, but until you adjust the problem from the fear, that I'm going to be abused, that's where the problem came from. It didn't come from eating food over here. So I say, well, you can change beliefs. Sometimes I like to give a visual. As a matter of fact, I visualize a big spider web, which has like circles and then lines coming out, like a web, okay? And so there are links as you go around. There's also anchors where the web is anchored at a couple of places. And I go, each belief is like a link in that spider web. And you can do one link and another link and another link. That really change the spider web. But if you do a belief that is an anchor, and you change the anchor belief, and that anchor lets go, the web will collapse.
That's powerful.
So what's the point? And the point is this. Sometimes a belief statement knocks out a link. But when you really hit it just right, you knock out a support. And when you knock out a major support, the whole web collapses instead of just a link at a time, which could take it down, but it's much harder that way.
I would like you to stop comparing yourself to others, because you only on this planet to be yourself. You don't need to care about who is better than you. You just need to do better than you were last year. Life will only change when you become more committed to your dreams than you are to your comfort zone.
Why are you crying? Talk to me.
I don't feel confident in myself.
You don't feel confident in yourself? Why not? Look at me, son. Why not?
Because I keep have to do it over again.
Over and over again doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means you have to practice, son. Have I yelled at you? Haven't done any of that. All right? You haven't done this before. Remember what I said about Einstein? He's on record as being one of the smartest men ever to exist. He says it's not that I'm smarter than anyone, it's just that I stick with problems longer. So in this case, it's not that he understands how to move his hands and feet better than anyone, it's just that I keep trying over and over again till I get it.
I want you to imagine the perfect day. What would the perfect day for you? From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to bed. Because if you could see here, you could create out here what you want to create. All we are doing is working for our dreams and give our dream a chance to come true. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please feel free to share it to everyone. And if you have any comment, please write it below. I would like to hear from you. If you're new to my channel, please remember to click subscribe button so that you don't miss any interesting video from my channel. I wish you all the best and have a fabulous day. See you in my next video.